Howdy, everybody. How's it going? It's your boy, Kikaya, here again with another video. So the anime world is buzzing about High Guardian Spice of all things, which I thought this conversation died a couple years ago, but it seems it's back on track, and the reason it's kind of back into conversations is because it got a new trailer, which surprised me, because I didn't think this was ever going to come out. To be honest with you, I didn't think this was ever going to come out. This is a surprise to me. I don't follow Crunchyroll or anything. I don't even pay attention to what Crunchyroll was doing, so this came as a real shock to me when I found out that they released a new trailer. So today we're going to go back to when High Guardian Spice started. I have a lot of websites. Oh my goodness, I have a lot of windows opened. We have to start all the way back to August 22nd, 2018. This is the date where the original High Guardian Spice trailer first came out. High Guardian Spice coming 2019. The like to dislike ratio is turned off. They got really bothered by the fact that nobody seems to like it. And this is where all the controversy started. So we have to talk about this. I haven't seen this in 3 years. So this is my first time really watching it, because in 2018 I wasn't really an anime fan. I just watched it because people seemed to be pissed off about it. But now, as an anime fan, someone who knows how these things go, I think I should revisit it, see how bad or how good it may be. So let's see.
Show has a lot of heart that I don't think would have come through from any other studio.
There are a ton of studios that put all of their heart into their shows, and you're telling me that this one show has more heart than all those? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm sorry, I doubt that. It's one thing to say, I put all my heart into this thing. It's another thing to say, I put more heart into this one thing than anybody has ever done. I put this much heart into my thing. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I fail to believe how this studio had more heart in this show than Kyoto Animation, than Madhouse, than Bones, than MAPPA, than WIT, PA Works, than even Studio Dean. Studio Dean might put more heart into this show. I'm talking crazy today. I'm complimenting Studio Dean. That's how you know this video is weird, man. Studio Dean put a lot of work into Konosuba. And the original Higurashi. Are you sure you put more heart into them? Because I don't think so.
The things that really attracted me to the position was the opportunity to do traditional.
Okay, hold on. I'm not going to pause over every little thing I see, but I need to say this. Does their logo look like the Internet Explorer E and then the Nickelodeon slime splash? You remember when Nickelodeon had the slime in the background with the name? This is the Internet Explorer E. You cannot tell me it isn't. Are you kidding me? Look at it. They just took out the Saturn. They just took out the Saturn thing. But they took out the Saturn and just made a little fade effect on it. Dude, it literally is. It literally is. I can't be the only one who noticed that. I cannot be the only one who noticed that.
High Guardian Spice is about
RWBY Rodriguez is the creator. This is RWBY's vision. First of all, why do you gotta have so many R's in your name? Mr. RWBY Rodriguez. I'm sorry I word my R's there. It's really hard to say the name Rodriguez without rolling your R's, I think.
High Guardian Spice is about 4 girls who live in a magical city and are going to school to become guardians.
I'm gonna ask you guys a question here, for the viewers. What does that very vague premise remind you of? Because you wanna know what it reminds me of. It reminds me of RWBY. It reminds me of RWBY. Think about it. Think about what she said. She said 4 girls. RWBY had 4 girls. In a word, like a fantasy word. RWBY was in a fantasy world. They go to a school to become guardians. RWBY has 4 girls that go to a school to become huntresses, which is probably the exact same thing, just a different name. Now listen, I would be making this comparison if RWBY wasn't also a show that's cartoon-like anime. Because this show seems to be like a cartoon-like anime, and RWBY seems like a cartoon-like anime. I can't help but make that comparison.
It's funny, and it's warm, and it's adventurous, and they're letting us make it a little bit weird, so that's very exciting.
All of these compliments that they're saying could easily be about RWBY Volume 1 as well.
Remember, RWBY, you're not the only one going through initiation. If you want to grow up, you're going to have to meet new people and learn to work together.
You sound like Dad. Okay, first of all, what does meeting people have to do with fighting? And secondly, I don't need people to help me grow up. I drink milk.
The cat ears?
What cat ears? She wears a bow.
Similarities are uncanny. You cannot tell me they're not.
The fact that Crunchyroll Originals is doing this as a 2D animated series, it's giving us an opportunity to do things artistically that a lot of other shows and other studios really have forgotten how to do.
I feel like that's a little bit insulting, is it not? Like, oh, hey, we're doing stuff that other studios just forgot how to do. Like, maybe it's just the tone in my head of how I'm, like, reading the situation. That's what's making it seem kind of, like, dickish to me. I feel like this is a little bit dickish, is it not? Like, just the way they're talking about it.
We are 50% female in all the creative roles, and our writer's room is 100% female.
I don't know what that has to do with the show, though. That's the problem. Okay, I get it. You want to promote diversity. There's a way to do that without outright saying we are 100% staff female. We have 75% female in the director's roles, whatever she said. But my point is, there are ways to do that without outright telling people. Right? You want to talk about the show, talk about the show. It just kind of feels like you're patting yourselves on the back going, hoo-hoo, boys, we did it. We have 75% women.
This is what my whole career has been about, is trying to get those voices in there that are not being heard.
I want to ask this question very generally. Why are these voices not being heard? Because I don't think it's the fact that they're women. Because there are plenty of women in anime who are great writers. There are plenty of women in anime who are in director roles. You know, just off the top of my head, you know, women writers. You're thinking of Full Metal Alchemist. The writer for Full Metal Alchemist is a woman, and that is considered one of, if not the best anime of all time. Oh, we need to promote more women. Women have been promoted. You're thinking of A Silent Voice. A Silent Voice was created by a woman. And guess what? That's one of the best movies to ever come out in anime. Not even just in anime. That's one of the best movies, period. That is considered a really, really, really good movie. Directors, off the top of my head, that are women. Chiaki Kon is one of them. She worked on the original Higurashi. I just talked about her recently. You know, like, there are a lot of women directors, women writers. I'm pretty sure the creator of Magi is also a woman. There are a lot of them. I'm just saying stuff off the top of my head that I remember. You know, these shows all feature women in writers' roles and directing roles. So why is it that this is such a big deal when Fullmetal Alchemist never needed to say, hey, I'm a woman, watch my show, please, God. What made people watch Fullmetal Alchemist was the great story that it had, that was written by a woman. It wasn't the fact that she was a woman that show is so beloved. Kyoto Animation, I'm pretty sure Kyoto Animation is like 90% female. Like, there's a lot of females that work for Kyoto Animation. You know, that's just one of the heavy female studios, and that is one of the most beloved studios ever in anime, ever. We have plenty of women who are in wars. So why does this feel the need to put it all out there that we're a female writing cast? It bothers me because there are so many talented people that don't do this. It's messed up in my opinion. Because if it's so easy for them to just say, hey, I'm a woman, it would have probably been easy for Fullmetal Alchemist to say that too. It would have been easy for the creator of Silent Voice to say that too. But they never did. Because it's not relevant to the story they're trying to tell. That is what pissed people off the most about this, I feel like. It wasn't the fact that High Guardian Spice is a bad show. It wasn't the fact that people were against High Guardian Spice as a show. It was about the fact that they constantly talked about women being in the writer's room, being in the director's room. That's not how it works. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit angry about this. I'm not angry, realistically. I'm just trying to make a point. I understand this is a topic that a lot of people care deeply about. I don't want all anime to be made by guys. I'm cool with diversity. Just don't make that the main appeal. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, that was the old one. That was the old trailer. This is the new one. The new trailer that just came out a couple days ago.
All of our dreams will soon come true if we only try.
I actually really dig that animation right there where the dragon was flying through. I think that's a good little shot. You know, the animation doesn't seem that bad. The art doesn't look like anime. But I'll say that at the end of the video. I'll watch the entire video before I say that.
Come on, future guardians of Lingard. It's just up ahead.
The thing that I've noticed, actually, when I'm watching this video, is that it's not in Japanese. Which is strange to me, because I've just been watching more anime trailers recently. You know, I feel like they should at least be in Japanese, or at least they should have a sub. Like, if you're gonna call yourself an anime, shouldn't it, you know, be in Japanese? Because anime is a Japanese medium? I don't know, maybe, I feel like we're messing up the culture here. Man, I'm kind of like confuzzled here.
We welcome you, our first-year students.
I'm going to be so great at magic.
I'll be honest, I haven't watched a non-Japanese cartoon in so long. It's a little strange to me to hear English words. I'm so fucked.
I don't know if I can do this.
You're gonna be a perfect guardian.
Now that's something cool. I don't think RWBY had a character that was like, I don't think I can be a huntress, unless you're talking about John, which case John was more of a side character. I only seen the first 2 volumes, so leave me be. John was more of like a side character, kind of main character, but more of a side character. But what I mean is that none of the main girls were like, I can't be a huntress. They were all pretty confident in their abilities to become a huntress. So I am kind of liking that they had a different approach there. Now, is it completely unique? No, but it is something different from RWBY. So I'll give it credit.
My mom, she went off on some mission, but she never came back.
Oh my, bro, isn't that RWBY's backstory? Isn't that RWBY and Yang's backstory? The fact that their mom left on a mission. She either died or she just straight up left them. Again, I've only seen the first 2 volumes. I'm pretty confident that is their exact backstory. What the fuck? You can't do that. RWBY's mom left her. They had an entire song. And they had an entire song about it. It was Red Like Roses Part 2, where it had the perspective from RWBY about her mom leaving and the perspective from the mom with her mom leaving. It was an entire song in the series, was that RWBY's mom left. So her backstory is the same as RWBY's? Now, I don't want to judge an entire character's backstory from 5 seconds in a trailer, but that does sound just like RWBY's backstory.
Team Fighting Girls, join the battle!
We are not calling ourselves that.
I'm not as upset at that one as I am the other one. This still has 1.6k likes and 8.3 dislikes. Jesus Christ, they're going to hide this one too. Wait a minute, didn't YouTube add a feature where the creators can't see the dislikes unless they actually click on the video? They'll be fine. They're not gonna turn it off. Let me summarize my thoughts on that trailer. I thought the animation looked pretty good at times. A lot of the action was pretty good. Pretty well done, honestly. But the art style, it doesn't look anything like anime. And I'm kind of wondering why they're promoting it as an anime if it doesn't look like an anime. I know they mentioned in the previous trailer that they wanted to like combine the two, but you're not the first show to do that. You're not even the second show to do that, because Avatar did it, RWBY did it, and they did it what seemingly looked much better, because Avatar looked actually like an anime, and RWBY, to a lesser extent, but still sort of, it looks like Steven Universe. That's the first show that came to my head. And nothing against Steven Universe. I think Steven Universe, it looks like a solid show. I never actually seen it. But from what I heard, it's a good show. So that's not an insult by any means. It just looks like Steven Universe, doesn't it? It looks just like it. So if you're going to make your show look exactly like a very popular cartoon, why are you basing it like it's an anime? Just promote it as a cartoon. You know? A cartoon can have anime-like storytelling. Look at Avatar. I just don't understand why it's on Crunchyroll and not on, like, Cartoon Network. Because Rooster Teeth never promoted itself as an anime neither. It promoted itself as, like, a web cartoon, in a way. Like, Rooster Teeth was very small. They had episodes on their YouTube channel for crying out loud. A little bit more information on High Guardian Spice. We have a few articles here. This one is about all the Crunchyroll Originals. So the Crunchyroll Originals, if you don't know, they're basically just like original anime that Crunchyroll, I guess, produces, or they're a part of. It's not just shows that Crunchyroll creates. But High Guardian Spice is one of them. So here we have So I'm a Spider, So What? A decent show. A pretty good show. It wasn't bad. Here we have, okay, Onyx and Quinix. I haven't seen that. Noblesse. All the webtoon ones were pretty disappointing in my opinion. Just very, overall. That's got a high score too. I found this the most disappointing, to be honest with you, just because it had such good animation at the beginning. Tonikawa, it's a pretty good show, actually. Pretty good show. They made GB8 too. They made GB8 and Exom. They're both Crunchyroll Originals. I did not know that. And they're both fucking terrible. Wow, okay. GB8 was literally Exom before Exom. These are some of the lowest rated animes of all time. Not even just last year. Of all time. That's funny. So, okay, those are two not good ones. Tower God, again, disappointing. Inspector, I liked Inspector. But apparently everyone else didn't like Inspector. I guess I'm the only one. I love that show, actually. That's my favorite show that's popped up so far. And then we have High Guardian Spice, of course, and Freak Angels, and Sword and Gun, which I'll also heal. But you see what I mean, right? Where they're, like, promoting this as an anime? Because they're in this Crunchyroll Originals with all these anime. So it's like, why are you here? I understand Crunchyroll wanting to branch out a bit, but couldn't you just promote it as something other than an anime? Because now you got these anime people comparing it to anime, when really, it could have just been a really good cartoon. Not saying it's really good, but like animation quality-wise, it could have been a really good cartoon. A really good-looking cartoon. But instead, they are promoting it as an anime. Anime has a lot better animation than most cartoons. Not dissing most cartoons, I'm just saying. That's my opinion. I obviously watch more anime than cartoons, so I wouldn't know. You know what I mean. So this is the tweet. Oh god. This is this is funny. This is kind of funny. Here, let's see if it's updated. Oh my god. 1,690 quote tweets versus 403 retweets and 2,616 likes. That is definitely something. We also have a few hidden tweets too. So this is fun. Let's see what these are. What is this trash? Gross, trash, waste of money. This is what you choose to make your money on, and he linked.
I'm not trying to. I mean, come on. Listen. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I mean.
Alright, that's good. Friendly reminder that I subscribe to you for anime made in Japan, not Western products. They are hiding these replies. I feel like I'm Hero Hey right now. What is this? They are hiding these replies. This is crazy, guys. Oh no! And he left this image. That is terrifying. Dude, this is brutal. Do not forget to watch it like a true pirate. Yo ho ho, I'm a pirate. Yo, they are actually hiding these. They're actually hiding these quote tweets calling them out. Oh, replies. Look, this guy even left a JonTron meme.
Come on. Come on, baby. I just want out.
Of course, this has 1K views, 112 likes, 140 likes. They're hiding all of these. What the hell is this? Hold up, this is Kate Left. I didn't even know about this. This is Kate Left and her tweets. Alright, let's read these out. Sucks to hear Stan Lee is a creep, but also his entire career is built on taking credit for Kirby's work, so I was never exactly a fan. Are you stupid? I feel like you're stupid. Was that on the day he died? That is just, wow, okay. Well, what was the day? 5 days? I can't even see, but hopefully that wasn't on the day he died. Sorry for sweeping generalization, but since it's almost entirely old white men making these decisions, I don't feel that bad. I have no idea what you're talking about. Replace every dude character with a woman and replace every white character with a non-white person. Go for it. I'm 100% in. I'm not one to call double standard, right? But let's just say if I was writing a show and I made a bunch of tweets saying I hate women and women are trash and stuff, I would be canceled, wouldn't I? I don't want to sound like I'm like a Fox News reporter, but I would be canceled, right? So it's kind of weird how she's allowed to get away with it because she's a woman, but I'm not allowed to get with it because I'm a man. And not only that, she's got people liking this nonsense. This Stan Lee tweet has 1,300 likes. The fuck is wrong with people? I guarantee you that any man who unironically refers to himself as a gentleman is the furthest thing from it. I don't usually like to call out people on stuff like that, but that's fucked up, in my opinion. What is wrong with you? Alright, this is just pathetic that they're hiding replies like that. That's pathetic. They're not even getting all of them, and yet they're not hiding replies that are happy about them, huh? Remember, this show was made from stolen money that Crunchyroll doesn't give the Japanese creators that made their service big in the first place. Yikes. This is just Little Witch Academy? I've never seen Little Witch Academy, so I would never know. But that is something, huh? Wow, I didn't even know about that shit about the creator. I didn't even know about that shit about the creator. So here's some more information on High Guardian Spice. During the panel, Rodriguez spoke about High Guardian Spice's magical girl influences. The story of High Guardian Spice takes place in the magical city of Langolf, where best friends Rosemary and Sage attend high school academy, a school for adventurers. At High Guardian Academy, they make friends, rivals, and learn about the huge world-changing events that are happening in the shadows, making it their mission to save the day. The lives of 4 fierce girls converge at High Guardian Academy, the one place where they can stumble comedically toward adulthood while becoming the heroes they've always admired. As they master the ways of battle and sorcery, the foursome form alliances. Can you just say, like, the 4 girls form alliance? I cannot say it. The foursome form alliances. I'm saying that wrong. Uncover legacies, face betrayal, and discover their true identities while preparing to protect the world from an ominous unknown threat. That's RWBY! You cannot tell me that's not RWBY! Alright, let me compare. The lives of 4 fierce girls converge at High School Girl Academy. The one place where they can stumble immediately towards darkness while becoming heroes they've always admired. RWBY always admired huntresses. They always admired them. As they master the ways of battle and sorcery, as they master the ways of whatever the power system is called, I forgot. The foursome form alliances, uncover legacies, face betrayals, and discover their true identities while preparing to protect the world from an ominous unknown threat. The only difference from this and RWBY is the unknown threat bit. They knew about the Grimm, but that just sounds like RWBY to me. Okay, so I tried to find more information about this show, but literally it is very hard to find any sort of information on this show. So I actually found a Wikipedia article. I know people don't like Wikipedia articles, but that's the best we can do. I literally cannot find this much information anywhere else. So let's do this. High Guardian Spice, the genre is magic, coming of age, and comedy, created by Ray Gonzalez, Claire Stengel, yada yada yada. We know all that. This is 22 minutes long by Elton Studios, of course, and original network is, of course, Crunchyroll. We know that already. High Guardian Spice is an upcoming animated, anime-influenced streaming television series. See, I'm okay with it being that, an anime-influenced streaming television series. Created by Ray Rodriguez, a Cuban trans man who formerly worked for Danger and Eggs as a character designer. The series is produced by Crunchyroll Studios, formerly named Elton, and was originally slated to be online streaming site Crunchyroll's first original content. It ended up not being because the backlash was too much to handle, or because the show took too much time, whatever you want to believe. The show's announcement and the implication that Crunchyroll was beginning to produce its own media rather than anime and other Asian content sparked controversy among some of the site's users. I hate the fact that this is a thing that we're talking about, because with XOM it was simple, right? XOM, it was universally known that was shit. Everyone thought it was shit. The only reason it has a close to 3 score on my anime list was because people ironically put 10s. In my XOM video, I literally could have probably just said it's shit and everybody would have agreed with me. That's how universally hated XOM was. With this show, it's not going to be as universally hated. There's going to be people who get mad at the people who criticize the show, saying, "Oh, you hate women." That's going to be very upsetting. It's not like a fun conversation. Like, XOM is a fun conversation to have. This isn't going to be fun. It's going to be tiring. I promise you. There's going to be people who make fun of High Guardian Spice just to get on the people who are going to get mad about its nerves. And there's going to be people who generally don't like the show that are going to get called sexist or something. And it's all just going to be a complete mess. And the one comment I'm probably going to get on this video is going to be something about me hating women, and it's not a fun conversation. It's never a fun conversation to have. So the fact that this is, like, talked about as it is right now is tiring. It truly is, because it's just the same conversation every time, man. But here's the real reason I wanted to look at this Wikipedia article, which is the character section. Okay, so here are the character names and a little bit of information about them. We don't have a lot, but there will probably be another trailer or something that's all about it. So this is Rosemary, presumably the leader of the group of 4 girls who has pink hair. Yeah, that's as little as information as we're gonna get. She is the leader of the group, and she has pink hair. That is it. Parsley, who's another protagonist, and a magical girl with blonde hair. She also, apparently, works as a blacksmith. Cool. Sage, who's voiced by Lauren White. I don't know why she's the only one who has a protagonist, a magical girl, and a witch who has blue hair. Lavender, mom of Rosemary, who has lavender hair. Pretty simple. Fennel, dad of Rosemary, who has violet hair. And Chicory, brother of Rosemary, who has lavender hair. So we have Rosemary's entire family and her group of 4, and a group of 3 friends. Not a lot of information, I know. Not a lot of information, but that's the best we're gonna get. This article that was released in 2018 that has a little bit of more information on High Guardian Spice. Okay, it's a whole paragraph. Fucking hit the enter space a few times, man. What am I supposed to read? This colorful animated series will blend the world of anime storytelling with innovative 2D animation. Crunchyroll Originals aims to elevate an animation as a medium for storytelling, as most animated series in Western culture is geared towards kids or comedy. I don't think that's necessarily true, and even if it was geared towards kids and comedy, how is that a bad thing? A lot of kids shows are enjoyed by adults. I mean, My Little Pony was a show that was geared towards kids. And a lot of adults love My Little Pony. Lion King is a movie that was geared towards kids, and a lot of adults love that movie. It's really just, I don't understand what the problem is. Our fans grew up watching anime, and today, anime inspire creators around the world and influences so much of broader pop culture. We look to tell distinct, impactful stories best executed in the medium of animation from a global creative community who is inspired by anime. That is great. I love the fact that you are inspired by anime to create this show. The problem is that it isn't an anime. As much as you try to say it is, it really isn't. You know, it doesn't even look like an anime to me. People are gonna be like, oh, you think anime has a distinct look? It does. It does. It definitely does have a distinct look. Now, can you do stuff with that look to make it look different? 100%. This doesn't look like anime to me. This doesn't look like the anime style. It looks like Steven Universe. And they even admitted that this is a Western style show. Because in my opinion, I think this is less of an anime and more of a cartoon. Now, we don't know how the show really is yet. Storyline-wise, this could be more of an anime. Animation-wise, this could be more of an anime. But just judging off of what we know, it looks like a cartoon to me. And they're selling it as an anime. They have it on the Crunchyroll Originals, which is just a bunch of anime. They're putting it on Crunchyroll, the biggest anime site, some would say. So the fact that you have this on there, it doesn't look like an anime to me. I think Avatar looks more like an anime. I think RWBY looks more like an anime. I think some cartoons look more like anime than this. Alright, so this isn't really about High Guardian Spice, but this is something I found and I kind of want to talk about it. Remember last year when Crunchyroll announced an original animation project with women in almost all key positions and there was zero hand-wringing about it? I have no idea what hand-wringing means. Wow, okay. Hand-wringing. Let me see what that means. Hand-winger is a professional apologist who feels the need to be whacked with guilt about any given perceived wrongdoing regardless of fault or often fact. These people are often attention seekers who wish to fit into a group as they are incapable of analyzing facts in a logical manner. That is definitely 100% an insult. Wow. Okay. I've seen nothing but positivity about High Guardian Spice on my timeline, but again, I do make an effort to keep weird assholes out of this place. The response is mostly positive, but boy are the hand-wingers mad. Not only are you insulting the people who are criticizing your show, and in my opinion, people who criticize you are the most important people to be watching, because you learn a lot more about you when you're being criticized. I welcome all comments, alright? You could hate on me all you want. I welcome all comments. I will respond to them as politely as I possibly can, of course. I welcome all criticism about me, alright? I know some criticisms about myself, and I know how criticisms about the show I'm running here. People who reject that side, and they only want positivity in their life, are people I dislike a lot. I don't like people who are just like, oh, I only want to see positivity in my life, because you don't learn much about yourself. That's what businessmen do when they don't want to hear anything they don't want to hear. They get a bunch of yes men, they pay them a lot of money, and they have them surrounding them. And all they hear is stuff that they want to hear. When you do stuff like that, which is block everybody who has anything to say about anything you do, that'll lead you to that mindset where you're doing nothing wrong, you're doing everything perfect. In reality, you have 6,000 people, however, how many people were disliking that video before, like 8,000 people disliking what you're doing, and instead, you're just completely rejecting it and calling them all hand-wringers, or whatever you want to call them. You're just insulting the people who are criticizing your project. If you're going to just ignore and insult the people who are criticizing your project, don't make a thing. Don't make anything. Because if you're not willing to accept criticism, you don't care about your project. Because you don't want it to be the best it can possibly be. That's what criticism does. It allows you to create stuff to the best it can possibly be. And this is coming from the same company that has the gall, the temerity to call that they have heart in the projects. Clearly you don't, because I don't see any other studio cutting off criticism from their own shows. Every show gets criticized, and everyone grows from it. They don't cut it off. You don't see directors from Kyoto Animation saying, oh, I cut off all those people a long time ago. They don't. They don't. You don't see people from MAPPA cutting off all criticisms from their projects. You don't see mangakas. You don't see people like the Konosuba creator. You don't see the Konosuba creator cutting off people who criticize his works. You don't see that because they know that you can grow from people who criticize your projects. And then that's not even the worst of it, because you have Geoff here, who I'm 90% sure this is Mother's Basement. I don't pay attention to anime YouTubers, but I'm pretty sure this is Mother's Basement. Just got my daily reminder that dudes who get mad at animated shows that don't exist yet are the most fragile of snowflakes. Well, listen up, Geoff. Who do you think is more fragile? The people who are willing to criticize a show that's not out yet. They are willing to tell a company, we don't want this, please do something else. You're willing to call those people fragile, but someone who complains about those people on Twitter isn't fragile to you? That isn't a fragile of snowflakes move to you? How much money did they pay you to say this nonsense? How much? Because I'll pay you triple. I'll pay you fucking double, Mom. How much money did they pay? Oh, Geoff, don't make me do this, Geoff. Geoff, don't make me do this! How much money you want, Geoff? How much money? How much money did they pay to say this nonsense? Because I will pay you triple. What? Well, is it $1? Was it $1? You want you want a George Washington? A George Washington? You want a George Washington? You want a 20? You want a 20? You want an Abe Lincoln? I got money. I'll pay you. How much money? How much money did they pay you to tweet out this nonsense, Geoff? You know, you got people listening to you. And you're willing to say this nonsense. You know, back in the days when YouTube was a smaller platform, and I used to watch a bunch of YouTubers, they used to be smaller, I guess. And as they've grown over the years, a lot more YouTubers sell out. And they say stuff that they might not believe, but they know if they do so, the company will have them in their good eye. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm a perfect angel and that I will always tell the truth to you, but I try to be as honest as I possibly can be. So listen up, buddy. So listen up, Geoff. You know what? I respect you as a fellow creator. I do, Geoff. But this nonsense needs to stop, because I see you tweet this stuff all the time. I've seen you be a hypocrite before. Geoff, I'll respect you as a creator, but people gotta watch out who they're listening to. The creators that they love might lie to them, might not say something they entirely believe, and that's what I want to believe, Geoff, that you don't believe this nonsense. They're gonna say stuff that they don't believe because they know the company will give them an award if they do. Look at that. I unfolded my money on camera. And it's all bent again. Well, guys, that's all the information I could really find on High Guardian Spice. Oh, you're not done yet, past Kikaya. Hello, everybody. How's it going? I came from the future to inform the masses about some new information that just came out. I'm sorry to make this video longer, but I didn't expect it to be this long in the first place. But this has nothing to do with High Guardian Spice, but it does have something to do with Crunchyroll, so I thought I'd tag it in the back of this video here. Crunchyroll and Funimation are merging together with Sony, and they're gonna create, it looks to be one company. Now, this is a pretty big deal for people who have paid attention to anime, because as most of us know, Crunchyroll and Funimation have been sort of like the America and Russia of anime, you know? They're not really at war with each other, but they're just checking each other out. They're not really a fan of each other. That's what I'm talking about here. These are two of the biggest anime companies merging together under Sony to create one big company. Now, there are positives and there are cons to this, obviously. One of the positives is that, you know, there won't be as many streaming services to watch anime on. If any of you watch seasonal anime, I'm sure you've noticed that seasonal anime just kind of gets thrown around between different streaming services. Some of them go to Crunchyroll, some of them go to Funimation, some of them go to Netflix, some of them aren't even chosen at all. It's how it's been. This sort of lessens the amount of streaming services you need. That's a good thing, alright? Obviously, you still have Netflix in there as well, but Funimation and Crunchyroll are sort of the big boys when it comes to, you know, streaming anime, so it's cool that they're coming together. Now, there are bad things, and I think the biggest bad thing is that Sony is involved, and I'm a little bit confused as to why Sony bought both of them, because history has shown that Sony doesn't seem like the biggest fan of anime, surprisingly enough. They have a history of censoring anime content, just censoring a lot of things. That might become a problem for some anime. Some anime on this new company might become censored, and I think that is a bad thing. Some people are calling it a monopoly of sorts, and I agree to an extent, but there are other companies that still stream anime. I feel like Sony is trying to have a monopoly over Western anime, but so far, this might be the first step towards that, but it isn't monopoly just yet. You still have Netflix having anime, you still have Hulu that has anime on it. That's basically it, really. Obviously, this is just a bunch of company words, like our priority is you, priority is our fans, nonsense that is written all over this article. It's, you know, we all know what the priority is. It's money. We all know that. This information doesn't really affect me. I'm still gonna pirate anime like I usually do. I refuse to support Crunchyroll, Funimation, companies that produce, and I don't like this word. I don't like saying this word, but as much cringe as they produce, I don't want to support that. That's just my decision, though. You can do whatever you want. If you watch anime on Crunchyroll, Funimation, this is a pretty big deal to you. If I imagine what they're going to do is they're going to have you move to this new company. You're not going to have to pay extra or whatever. Basically, your subscription to either Crunchyroll or Funimation is just going to be moved to this company. That's probably what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen with High Guardian Spice. I'm guessing it will be airing on this new company whenever this comes out. But for now, High Guardian Spice might be on there. It might still be on Crunchyroll. We still don't really know a lot about this yet. It just came out today. That's about all I have to say about this. I feel like if I didn't put this in, somebody would have said something about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed whatever this is. I do want to make more videos like this. I do. But it's hard to find topics. And I try not to talk about drama too much. I understand that's a little bit not true. But after the Exxon video, I said I don't want to make any more videos about drama. I want to make what I want to make, which is RWBY reviews. I want to talk about good anime. That's why I haven't made an Exxon RWBY review or anything. Is because I want to talk about good anime that I like. Because I have positivity and I want to spread it. I don't want to make videos on stuff I don't like. I feel like it just puts me in a damper. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I don't have to do this again. And I'm Kikaya, and goodbye.